Dun 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 dun. Good song. But back to this discussion, or arriving to this discussion. Was Emperor Greymon and Magna Garurumon versus Cherubimon in a many lesser versus fewer greater matchup a plot-induced stupidity fight? Okay, here's why I'm asking this. In the fight of Emperor Greymon and Magna Garurumon against Cherubimon, they do go through a hard and difficult, painful time in trying to beat Cherubimon. Okay? But here's the weird part. They do beat him, hitting like a probably a vulnerable point, but they were able to take a lot of hits from him. Like real heavy hits from this guy. Okay? So, how? Because I was told by Super Bear Neo that the Royal Knights, specifically Dynasmon and Crusadermon, are vastly inferior to Cherubimon. So, when it comes to all that question, the question that needs to be asked here is, how in the world did Emperor Greymon and Magna Garurumon even stand a chance against Cherubimon? Like, okay. Dynasmon and Crusadermon, after the fight, after Emperor Greymon and Magna Garurumon defeat Cherubimon, Dynasmon and Crusadermon completely curb stop Emperor Greymon and Magna Garurumon. Though sometimes people say Kaiser Greymon. I thought it was Emperor Greymon. Some people say Emperor Greymon or Kaiser Greymon. My point is this. If the Royal Knights are vastly inferior to Cherubimon, then either A, they shouldn't have been able to beat the two other Mega level Digimon, or B, it was just the two other Mega level Digimon that beat Cherubimon should not have been able to beat Cherubimon or withstand anything from Cherubimon. So that part doesn't seem to make much sense to me. That seems like total plot-induced stupidity to beat someone who's that much stronger. While they're all Mega level Digimon, that is true. The fact that they were able to withstand so much attacks from Cherubimon, like his just most deadly attacks, it just doesn't make any sense to me. This was during a time when these guys were inferior to Dynasmon and Crusadermon, who are supposed to be vastly inferior to the Four Angels. So, I don't understand what in the world is going on here about all of this insanity. It just, I really, honest to goodness gracious, don't know. And because I was making this Reddit post about Crusade. I'm like, no. Cherubimon versus Dynasmon, as to how Dynasmon could be in between the power of Crusadermon and Lucamon fall down mode. And of how Dynasmon could be close to Cherubimon, given the fact that when Emperor Greymon or Kaiser Greymon and Magna Garurumon were kind of facing two Cherubimon. That's what I thought, because they were because if there were two Cherubimon that were fighting against those two Mega level Digimon, it would have been like Dynasmon and Crusadermon, at least from how I viewed it from my perspective. But apparently, and because of that, they had to really get better and better at what they do throughout the span of like 10 episodes. and they were just getting their ass kicked, like sweat and tears. Like, these characters are definitely not Mary Sue's, okay? They really have to bust their ass in order to beat these enemies. Cough, cough. Sequel trilogy. Mary Sue. But anyway, back to what I'm saying. How is this even possible? I just don't know. I remember one guy who could say with me, who could say with me, along with me, saying they won because of plot. That may be the case, and to me, that's what it seems like. Unless if you can count the weak points. I just don't know how. Like, I really, like, from story perspective, if you're just watching the show, you wouldn't think that Digimon, with the variables and the examples that are presented and how the fights are handled, and how the leveling is handled, and how they get better and better, you would not think this unless if you're really heavy on the lore. Like, real deep shit heavy. And even then, it just doesn't make sense with the 10 episodes because Digimon put up a very good fight in kicking Kaiser Greymon or Emperor Greymon's ass throughout many episodes. It was as if he was fighting against a Cherubimon individually. And you would think that because they were able to withstand attacks from Cherubimon. So this is I know I'm rambling and repeating myself. I just don't know how I feel about this power scaling. And another thing is, I don't know how I feel about Cherubimon standing any chance against Lucimon. Given the fact that Lucimon greatly overpowered Emperor Greymon / Kaiser Greymon and Magna Garurumon. Granted, they were using a lot of their power, so they were able to withstand attacks from Lucimon while losing a lot of their power. However, Lucimon was probably just toying with them and just screwing around. And you could make the same example as when they were using lesser Digi-Evolutions in their fight right before they used Susanomon, which to me was a stupid idea on their part. I guess they just wanted to do it because they wanted all the characters to have a gathering together, one last gathering, just because. But to me, that just made them more of an open target to be one-shotted. But yeah, Lucimon, Cherubimon being superior to or being able to fight Lucimon, I don't know. I really, like, if you're watching this from the show perspective and how things are set up, Cherubimon stands no chance against Lucimon. But if you are really heavy into the lore and you take it that seriously as to how the four angels are, because how the four angels are handled in these fights are just like the only one that feels like the one that feels the most consistent in terms of power scaling, in terms of like how you level up, is maybe Lucimon. And the reason why is because the only thing that overpowers him is the final evolution, which is Susanomon. But with Emperor Greymon and Magna Garurumon, they should not have been able to withstand that well against Cherubimon. Yeah, I don't know. And the other four angels, how they lose, like I think his name was Seraphimon. It's one of their names. It was one of them. And like how one of these angels died. He died over a cheap move by Mercuremon. Over like Reflect. Oh my goodness, I couldn't believe that. This guy's supposed to be like superior to Dynasmon and Crusadermon, and he loses over a cheap attack. Like, he could have used something much lesser just to kill him. He could have easily killed him. But no, he has to use an attack that would one-shot him. Holy moly, goodness gracious. What an idiot that Digimon was. Like it was, no wonder it was easy for Mercuremon. Because that angel was an idiot. But that's just how how I see that fight. What an idiot. Okay, anyways, that is, what I'm trying to say is this. It doesn't seem to make much sense to me with characters who lose to to characters that are vastly inferior to this character that they beat. Weak spot or not, they withstood Cherubimon's attacks. Oh, goodness gracious. It's just, like, they just went through it, like, ah! So, for me, how this is presented, Digimon and Crusadermon are at least comparable to Cherubimon. But if you really go heavy in the lore, probably not, maybe. That's all I have to say. Oh my goodness gracious.